Hello, God bless everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you are watching this video. I want to thank you all, first of all, for joining me. Uh, we are about to get started with this Candlestick Bible training. I'm so excited for everybody that started, that is doing this. I know you can hear it in my voice. It's like, let me tell you again, I'm so excited. I'm like fired up, like, because this is life changing. This is incredible, y'all. Get your energy pumped up. Let's get ready. Get your thinking caps on. Let's get ready to learn because we are ready to break barriers. Excuse me. All right. So I'm going to go right in. We're going to go right into this Candlestick Bible. I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm just going to keep this thing moving, keep these as short as possible, and I'm going to keep them coming. So I want to just go over this part here. We see that we have all went over, hopefully, the Candlestick Bible, and you have read at least up to page, let's say 16, I think I said. So if not, then just be sure to go ahead and read that when you get a chance. We're just gonna kind of go through. We got the contents here, and just kind of read the different chapters and see what's in the book. But we're gonna start right here at the beginning. So I'm not gonna read everything word for word because I'm hoping that you did this right here. The Candlestick Trading Bible is one of the most powerful trading systems in history. I mean, just that alone was enough to have me fired up and then just wanted me to really get into this because we are learning about this trading system is based on the Japanese candlestick patterns. And when you use those patterns and you combine them with the technical analysis that you're going to learn with trading, you'll be very successful when it comes to making trades. I'm going to go down a little bit more here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So on page 5, go to page 6. So you got the overview of this book, candlestick patterns. There will be some patterns. There will be just breaking down of the individual candlesticks, the making, the structure, the time frames, the top-down analysis. And a lot of this stuff doesn't really make sense, but it's going to make sense later on. So just kind of read through it, and then we're going to go through each one of these. And it's going to be really fun. We're going to do these pre-recorded, and then we're going to do some live. I'm just kind of stalling a little time, waiting for more people to come in. But this is where we start right here with some of the candlestick patterns. And then this has got to be one of my favorite patterns. That's what we're going to talk about right here. Where is it at? Let me go back up. So this right here, the Candlestick Trading Bible, the engulfing bar strategy, the inside bar strategy, the inside bar flash breakout strategy, and trade examples. So this first one here, the engulfing bar strategy, is one of my favorite, I guess because it's one of the first ones that I've used. And I went in and just did some scalping with that pattern, and I was surprised to see that I was able to make money right away. Going over the history of the candlesticks, the Japanese were looking at candles and looking at charts as far back as 17th century. So this just lets you know how long these candlesticks patterns have been around. And if they were not successful, they would not still be using them. And they're used not only in the foreign exchange or the foreign currency that we're trading, but they're used in different type of trading markets. So once you learn how to use these candlesticks and read them, if you decide to do binary, or you decide to be a day trader, or you decide to do stocks, they all use candlesticks. And once you learn how to read them, you'll have a jump on the average person that's in the market that's trading. So what is a candlestick? The Japanese candlesticks are formed using open highs and lows and close of the choosing time frame. What does that mean? When I first read it, I didn't know. So let me break it down to you. So the open, if it's a white candle, which is a bullish candle, which means the market is going up. And I'm just saying this because it's in the book as far as the colors go. But once you learn, you'll see that it doesn't really matter what color the candles are. Okay. But a bullish candle that moves up, it opens at the bottom. And then you'll see it slowly start to get bigger and it moves up. Right? Wherever it stops at, that's the closing point. But what the wick or the shadow that they call this right here, the shadow could be way up here. What that means is that at one point, this is the highest peak that this candle had reached. So if this is a bullish candle and it moves up into the market and it gets up to here, the buyers are pushing this market up. They're making this candle get taller. But the sellers are pushing the market down. They're selling this product. They're selling whatever it is. They're selling it. And when they're selling it, the candlesticks get smaller and smaller and it starts to go down. It gets lower and lower and lower. So they got it right here. And each candlestick is on a time frame. So if this candlestick here was on a 5-minute time frame, let's just say at 3 minutes, they start pushing the market down. And when it got to 4 minutes, it was here. And at 5 minutes, boom, it closed. And then a new candle formed. So this candle, the way it looks, it's a bullish candle. So it starts here, it pushed up. The buyers pushed the market up to here. The sellers could have pushed it all the way back down to here. This means this is the lowest point that this candle had got during the time that it was being formed. The buyers came back and they pushed the market back up here and then it closed. Okay. So whether they pushed the market up here and then the sellers came and pushed the market down, regardless, the market, this candle closed right here. So the top of your wick is always your high. The bottom of your wick or your shadow is always your low. And then whatever size or length this part of the candle is, it is considered to be your real body. So this is your bullish. This is your bearish candle. Bearish means that the market is going down. So this opens at the top and then it pushes down and it goes down. It gets lower and lower and you're driving price down. The sellers are pushing the market down. Right. So it's just the opposite as we were talking about over here. So if this candle opened here and let's say the buyers pushed the market up to here, the sellers came back and pushed the market all the way down to here. And before it closed, the buyers pushed the market back up to here and then it closed. And different candles have different time lengths. Like this could be a 5-minute, this could be an hour, it could be a day that the candle took to form, but I'll show you that later. So if we're clear on this part, we're just going to move on. If you have any questions, please call me or inbox me or let me know what your questions is about this. But it's basically everything that they're explaining right here. And I'm going to show you the opening and the closing of the candles. You know, let's jump in and let's do opening of closing of candles so you could see exactly what I'm talking about. So here we are in the market right here. And this is the app that I sent you all to download and to take a look at, because when you have this app, you're going to be able to do some back testing. You're going to be able to look at the market and see exactly what's going on. And if this Candlestick Bible is telling you the truth, when you look at the candlestick patterns and the candlesticks. So this is the market. And this line is showing where the candlesticks is being formed right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. And here's a good spot right here. So I am going to We're gonna go right here where the market is at, right? And if you look right here, you see this one edge. This basically means that I'm looking at a 1 hour time frame for the candles. So taking out the candles an hour to form. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here for the people in the back. So here we go. The hour is just about up. And we're going to see what happens with this candle that's forming. So boom, you saw that. This candle started up here. It's pretty fast. Let me slow it down a little bit more. Maybe we can catch the next candle as it is forming. We're watching. So did you see that? It's so quick still. But this one here started on the bottom and it ended at the top. So it opened at the bottom and it closed at the top. Watch what happens to the next candle. See if we can catch this one. Boom. So it started red. You saw that it was red. That means it pushed down a little bit. That's why this wick or this shadow is down here. But then it shot back up. Okay. So we can catch another one. Boom. You see that? It was red, started at the bottom, and then it started pushing up. So if it would have continued to be a red candle, it would have pushed down. And red, in this case on my chart, are bearish. That's why the bearish candles move down. So the black candles move down. The green candle, in this case, is my bullish candle, and they move up. So they open at the bottom and they close at the top. Let's see where this one is going to close. Boom. If you see it again, it was red and then it pushed up. So that's why that little wick is at the bottom. If it had stayed green, there would be no wick at all at the bottom. So it just lets us know that there was a little push down by looking at that wick, letting us know that the sellers had pushed the market down just a little bit, but the green, the bulls are pushing the market up. Let's go again. Let's see what the next candle is going to look like. Boom. There's a red candle. Started here. It's bearish. It opened at the top. And it's going to close down here at the bottom. Bearish candles open at the top, close at the bottom. So that's exactly what they were talking about in the page that we were just reading. And you see here the green is opening at the bottom and it is closing at the top. And this is how the market moves. This is how the candles are formed in the market. And just kind of look at them, speed up a little bit, and you see the green candles open on the bottom and go on to the top. The red candles open at the top, close at the bottom. So that is basically it. We're going to go back over. Let's go back over to the Candlestick Bible. Now, it's going to start getting exciting, but right now we're just going to take it real nice and easy, because when you start seeing this stuff play out, oh my goodness. So you can find different colors using difference between bullish and bearish candlesticks. So that's kind of what I was just telling you about the different colors of the candlesticks. Field part of the candlestick is called the real body. This right here will be the field part. This is the real body. The thin line poking above and below the bodies are called the shadows. That's here, 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 and here. They are also called wicks. So candles, wicks. I use wick more than shadow, but a lot of people when they're first getting started, and some traders that's been trading for a while, they do like to use the word shadow, but it both is the same thing. Don't let it confuse you. The bottom of the lower shadow is the low. That's the low. Top is the high. So that's just what the real body is, and now you know what the shadow and the wick is. Okay. Let's see, something else you need to know. Yep. Here is that there's not much movement in the market. That's why you would have a small candle. So on times when the market is open, but nobody's really trading, then you're going to have small candles. When it's really busy and people are buying, they're selling, you're going to have longer candles with longer bodies. Okay. page 12, on page 13 now. So we're talking about the wicks, the upper and the lower shadows. Gives an important information about the trading session. Very important to understand the wicks. Some people don't trade with wicks or shadows, but I do. And this is what I was telling you. The upper shadow is letting you know this was the high of this candle, right? The lower shadow is going to let you know that this was the lowest point of the session. So you look for that just so you could say like how long or how much money this product or whatever had got to was up to here, and then it was pushed down. Page 14, we're going into candlestick patterns, are one of the most powerful trading concepts, and they are simple, easy to identify, and very profitable setups. Once you learn candlestick patterns and you're able to see them, you're going to have a lot of success with trading. Okay, so it's very important to identify the candles and identify the candlestick patterns. You don't have to know them all. Some people trade certain patterns and that's it. They won't even trade, any other pattern. Here it is here, the engulfing bar candlestick pattern. The engulfing bar, as it states, is in the title form when it's fully engulfs the candle, which is to the left of it. That's what's going to make it a engulfing candle. So let's just kind of look at it like this here. So you got a bullish candle that's formed, and then on the right side you've got a bearish candle. And if you see that it's totally covered, it engulfs this candle. So this is an engulfing pattern. Two candles it takes to form this. Okay. The bearish engulfing is one of the most important candlestick patterns. This candlestick pattern consists of two bodies. The first body is smaller than the second one. And in other words, the second body engulfs the previous one. See the illustration below. And that's basically what I'm telling you right here. But when you go to the market, they're going to look different. And I don't want you to think that every engulfing pattern is going to be the same. So let's just go back over here into trading view and let's look and let's just go for some engulfing patterns. Now, if you have this, what I want you to do, I want you to go to trading view, okay? And you can pick any thing that you want to look for. So you would go up here, you would left click, and you just type in whatever you want. You don't really know anything, just whatever pops up. You can go to futures, you can go to Forex, what we're in, and I'm in gold. So XAG USD, which basically means gold versus US dollar. So when we get here, we are going to click on the FX button right here at the top. Let's see if I can get a little zoom in here. Put my people in the back. Well, I guess you're probably going to have to do that on your end. I'm not too familiar with this Zoom. I'm getting there though. So we go right here. You're going to type in right here, engulfing. So once you type it all the way in, I don't even have to type, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just want you to type it in right here in the search engine, but I have mine right here. And once it pops up, you can put a star right here in the corner to the left, and then it'll always be highlighted right here as your favorites. So we're going to do the engulfing bearish candle, which means the market is going to be going down, just like what we were talking about there. So let's see, what did I just do? I took all my candlesticks out. What did I just do? Give me a second here. Excuse me. Okay, so now, as I was telling you, you're going to type in here. Let me just go back just to make sure you didn't miss that. You're going to go FX, click on that. You're going to type in engulfing bearish, which is right here. I'm just going to click on it. But once you pull it up, you can put a star right next to it and it'll save in your favorites. So I'm going to close it and boom, here we go. This BE stands for bearish engulfing candles. This is the great thing about this, because you can click on that and it's going to show you how the bearish engulfing candles look. You see how this candle here is small? This one is engulfing it. This is your bearish engulfing. This one here, small. The bear comes in and engulfs. Okay, we go here and you see the difference here. You see the difference here. When you are able to identify with them, when you see them, it's really going to help out a lot. And you see they look so different almost every time you look at one. It's not identical. It's not the same as you saw it in the book, because this looks nothing like what we saw in the book. You know, it's different. So you just don't want to have that locked in your head, thinking that each bearish engulfing candle is going to look the same. They are going to look different. And every time you see this light, this red beam, it lets you know that that's a bearish engulfing candle. What is more surprising or shocking or beautiful to see or exciting to see, what they said about the bearish engulfing candle. And I'm going to go over that to make sure that we understand what they're saying. So what I want you to do, I want to go back, let me go back over into the Candlestick Bible, okay? And we're talking about the engulfing bearish candle. And here we go. Let's see what they say right here. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. The highest bearish looks like a chart, and the candlestick gives you a lot of information and bullish. Okay, so this is how a bearish engulfing bar pattern looks. So this is what we just saw at the top. The candlestick pattern gives us a visible information about bulls and bears in the market. Now, this is how you trade this pattern. When you see a bullish engulfing candle, it's an indication to let us know that the market is going to start to go down. It's a bearish engulfing candle, not a bullish, a bearish. So if you notice, you got white candles here. These are all bulls. The bulls are going, the market is going up. And then when you see this engulfing pattern here, this is an indication that the market is going to start going down. So if you're watching the market and you're looking for a place to make money and you see this here form, you can get ready to place a sale right after this candle comes down and closes at the bottom. You can jump in the trade and write this down. Just do a sale. But it's very important. You don't want to trade this every time you see it. You want to trade it when it hits your key levels. And that's what they're going to be telling you about. And that's when it reaches your support or resistance levels in the market. So if this right here is your bearish engulfing candle, this is going to touch your resistance level. And then it's going to go down. And let's just go back and let's take a look at this, because I want you to see this in the market. And when you see it, just go, whoa, aha, look at that. Ooh. Because every time you see this and it reaches those key points, it's time for you to get paid. We have a bearish engulfing candle. Here's a bull, here's a bear, it engulfed it, and look at what happened with the market. It went down, right? I want you to notice how this one up here is right at, this would be probably your resistance. So you're going to learn about resistance, you're going to learn about support. Support is at the bottom, resistance at the top. This is in the middle. You see how this engulfing candle came in, and then the market slightly went up, it's not at a key level. Here's another one. It's not at a key level. So you don't, if you would have jumped in on this trade to do a sale, you would have lost money because it went up. Okay. So you're going to learn about these key levels, and you're going to see why it's important to know them. And I'm kind of just showing you now why it's important to know key levels, support and resistance, because you jump into this because you see a bearish engulfing candle and you thinking the market is going to go down. I mean, it did go down a little bit, like it formed, but if you'd have jumped in here, the market went down to here. So it went down slightly, but it's not a big deal when it comes to just going. If you did a quick scalp, you could have made a couple of dollars. Okay. So this is just how you would identify your bullish engulfing candles. And I just want you to see like how the market reacts when a bullish engulfing candle comes in. Now look here. Look at this one. Here's another one. It's beautiful. It's right at the top. That's going to be hitting your resistance level. Let me zoom in for the people in the back. I want y'all to be able to see this, because you're going to have people that tell you you cannot predict which direction the market is going to go in. You don't know what's going to happen. And it's true. We're not here to predict. We just anticipate. Okay. So the market is going up. You see this. Market is in a strong uptrend. It starts from here. And you see this jumping going on, and you're like, I'm going to jump into this trade. Oh, I'm going to get some money. Whoa. And you catch it here. And you jump in for the buy. They say you're making some money. As soon as you see this candle form and you have a bearish engulfing candle, I suggest you to get out the trade. It's hitting your key level. It's right here at your resistance. Look at what happened. As soon as it closed, the market went down. You can do a sale and make some crazy money off of this trade, right? Look at that. Boom. That's good money, y'all. You may not know right now, but once you get to trading, if you jumped in this trade right here and you rolled this thing down, boom, these are your numbers. This is what you would have got. It's crazy. Well, look at what happened. You've got, you don't know what that is, but you do know what this is. This is your bearish engulfing again. This is your bullish engulfing. We're going to learn about this next. Okay. So you see how you can identify them in the market. Sometimes they're not highlighted by the red beams, but when you see them, you know them. You want to go in, you want to look at trading view. You want to make sure that you hit the FX button up here at the top. You want to type in engulfing bullish or engulfing bearish. I'm sorry, engulfing bearish. It pops up. You click the star, you click the X, and it's going to pop up and you'll see it right there on your side. I want you to slide through this market, go back. The date is at the bottom when you scroll. You'll see it. We're at May 11th, 2021. And just look at how many times you have bearish engulfing candles that pop up, and look at how the market reacts. Boom, boom. Look at this. And this is going to give you so much confidence in trading this simple pattern. And when you mix this with other analysis, things that you're going to learn, it's going to be mind blowing. Okay. I am going to go back over into the Candlestick Bible. Okay. So this is the bearish candlestick pattern. Now we are going to talk about the bullish engulfing candle. The bullish engulfing bar consists of two candlesticks. The first one is small, and the second one is large and engulfs the first candlestick. It is the exact opposite of the bearish engulfing candle. So what I mean by that, the bearish engulfed the bull. So now the bearish candle is being engulfed by the bullish candle. Instead of the market going down, we're expecting the market to go up. Let's see if we can look at an illustration right here. And here we go. The market is going down and boom, you get your engulfing candlestick pattern right here. You see this bullish candle, is it engulfing the bearish candle? What did the market start to do? Somebody tell me, I can't hear you. I see you in here, DJ. Come on, tell me what it's doing. That's right. Market is going up. Okay. We're on page 19. I think I told you all to stop on page 16, which was right up here before we got into the illustrations of the bearish candles. But I just want you to know about the bearish candle. And now you know about the bullish candle. Okay. You see what it does when it hits the market. And to read it in a book is one thing, but to see it in the market is something different. So we're going to go back over. We're going to hit our FX button. We are going to look for the bullish engulfing. So you're going to type in engulfing bullish right here in the search engine. And you're going to put a star there and it's going to pop up and you're going to close this out and you have blue. And wherever you see the blue, there is your engulfing bull. And it's just the opposite as the engulfing bear. So where we saw the market going down with the bear, you're going to know it's going up with the bull. Same thing, we're looking for key levels, and you're going to learn about that later on. But just kind of pay attention and look for these candlesticks when you see them, these patterns. Zoom in and right here. People in the back so they can see in the cheap seats. Look at here. You see that bearish candle? Bullish candle came in. Boom! It's bigger than it. And what happens with the market? You see it. It starts to rally up. The bulls are in control and we have an uptrend. Look at this uptrend. I mean, you can ride this thing and make you some money. This candlestick pattern formed on the 30th, right, of June. We are in a strong buy. Look at this. Oh my goodness, y'all don't even see it. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. All the way up until you got to July 15th. June 21st to July 21st. You could have rolled this thing for a full month. I'm sorry, the 30th of June. The 30th of June all the way up until the 15th of July. And then in between, you've got other confirmations where bullish candlestick patterns formed and the market shot up. Look at here. The market formed a engulfing candlestick pattern. Let's blow it up. I want you to see this. You want to go through these and you want to see these. You want to know them when you see them. You see that? A little bitty small bullish candle. And this one comes in and engulfs it. Boom, the market starts going up. Look what happened. There's another bullish engulfing stick pattern right here. The market continues to go up. And then look what you see right here at the top. This is your bottom. This is your support. This is where you're going to find your bearish candles at the bottom. I mean, your bullish engulfing candlesticks that you want to trade on. You want to find them at the bottom of your support, and then they're going to shoot up. And don't worry, we're going to teach you support and resistance later. But at the top right here is resistance. And when it hits your resistance line and you got this this green candle that formed, and you see the wick or the shadow on it, the sellers pushed it back down to here. The sellers jumped in here and they pushed the market down, which formed an engulfing bearish pattern, and the market went down. Up a little bit, down even more. Okay? So just go through, look for bulls, look for bears. When you highlight that and you go in and you hit the FX and you look for your bullish and your bearish patterns, look at what happens in the market when they form. This is exciting stuff. I jumped in when I first started trading and I saw these candlesticks forming, and I would jump in a trade just to make $5, $10, and I would get out. Boom. And if you did that here and you made $5, $10, $20, and you jumped out, you're good, because right here, you've got another bearish candlestick that formed that pattern and the market shot down. But if you were into a buy and you got caught into this, you lost a nice little chunk of money. You could jump out whenever you want to, but it's best to not even get caught up in it, right? So that's the first two candlestick patterns that we just talked about. I want y'all to put in some chart time. Messing with this trading view is going to make you a better and stronger trader. It's going to help you save money and make money. Boom, bullish, market jumps up, right? Bullish engulfing stick pattern. Boom, market shoots up. Bullish, market shoots up. Not high, but up, but it went up there. You got paid. Look at this. This is incredible. When you can see these and identify them and know if they're at a key level or not, and you can take a trade and you can make some money on it, it's good. And when you use it with other analysis that you have, it's going to put so much confidence into your trading. Okay. So what I want you guys to do now, I want you to continue reading about the bearish and the bullish. Finish those two candlestick patterns, and I want you to look at them in the market. This is not a rush through. I'm not expecting you to go through this book and read this book in a day or two. I want you to take your time, read, study, go over to TradingView and look at the patterns or the candlesticks and look for them. Okay. That's page 19. That's going to take you up to 19. It's going to go through the bullish and bearish candlesticks patterns. Next, it's going to be the doji candlestick pattern. Okay. I'm kind of going to go over it a little bit, and then this is going to be what you're going to be looking for in the market. You're going to be looking at your engulfing patterns, and you're going to be looking at your doji candlestick patterns. Okay. The doji is one of the most important Japanese candlestick patterns. When this candlestick forms, it is telling us that the market opens and closes at the same price, which means that there is equal indecisions between buyers and sellers. There is no one in control of the market. So that means you will not have a real body when it comes to this doji candlestick. The market would form a candle. The candle could start here, it could push down to the bottom, and then the sellers are in control. But then when the buyers get control, they push it all the way back up to here, and then the sellers come back and they push it, and it's stuck right here in the middle. Okay. No one is in control. So it depends on where you see this pattern at. If you see this pattern at your key levels, which is going to be at your support or your resistance, you are going to see a change in the market. So here we go here. This is your doji candlestick. And when these things form in the market at the top of resistance, you will see the market go down. Expect for the market to change positions, because it's telling us the buyers pushed it up to this point. They didn't have enough power to push it up any higher, but the sellers had enough control to push it down and stop them from placing any more buys. So the next candlestick form, if it's lower and it's a bullish candle, a bearish candlestick, if it's a bearish candlestick, it's going to let us know that the bears are in control and the market is going to go down. So we're going to go over to the market and we're going to look for doji candlestick patterns, and we're going to look for them and just see what happens in the market. This is what I want you to do. So it's the same thing. We go in FX. You're going to go up to the top. You're going to type in doji. Okay. And there it is, doji. So doji bearish. I think that is what we're looking for. Let me see. See if we're looking for doji. Doji bearish. It pops up. Let's see if we can get lucky and find some. Sometimes you will find them, sometimes you won't. Doji is one that I don't really see too often in the market. But when I see it, I'm excited and I'm ready to trade it. So we don't have anything that's highlighted with the Doji candlesticks. But see if you can have some luck looking at it. Maybe they're not here in gold. Just kind of look around. We'll see if we can find some more. We're going to do some live zooms. But right now, I think that's good enough just for tonight, today, this morning, this evening, whatever time it is, wherever you're at in the world. Just want to give some shout outs to my people on the call. What's going on, Big D? What's going on, Marquina? What is going on, DJ? Hey, KBI. Who else do we have on here? We have Dia. What's going on? Hey, I see my lovely wife is on the call. What's going on, babe? Drea is in the house. I've got my boys on the call too, man. I got just to let y'all know that my 12-year-old son is studying Forex trading, and he is on here with us. What's up, Brayden? What's up, Lionel? I see you too. Lionel, keep this in mind. He is only 7 years old, and he is studying to trade. So thank you all for watching. Continue to study, put some time in with these charts, study this Candlestick Bible, and one day you shall be successful. She's very successful, very successful. Yes, not successful, but very successful. Don't say successful. It's very successful. Because you're going to be so sick with this. It's going to be successful. All right. Thanks again. God bless y'all. Take care. And in the words of my boy Joe, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it.